What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Danny G here with a little bit of a late week. And yeah, I know what you're saying. Why are you making your video on a Friday? Well, you know what? Hey, at least I'm not making my video on a Saturday night or some shit like that, you know? At least I'm giving a little bit of a window here. I haven't done a whole lot of hate weeks this year. When we played you guys a couple weeks ago, Seahawks fans, I kind of made like I kind of said it was a hate week as like a joke in the title, but it really wasn't, as I pretty much acknowledged you guys were most likely going to win that game, which you did. But in this case, us being at home and coming off that ass whooping against the Broncos, which was, I did not expect that. I mean, I expected we had a chance to win that game. I honestly thought that we would have won that game, but I did not expect that we would do it the way we did, at least in the first half. And George Kittle, I'm gonna get into that in a minute here, but now this team has played a lot better since Nick Mullens has started at quarterback. And CJ Beathard, he has a decent arm. I see him possibly being like a backup for another team, but as a starter, he just isn't really too good. And Nick Mullens, on the other hand, has been outstanding, starting with that Raider game, of course. And I was at that Giants game, which, despite the fact that he threw 3 picks, he did have a really good game. Other than that, I mean, he was able to bounce back. He still looked really decent. Being at that game, I felt like we had a chance to come back on that very last drive at the end. Because, with TJ Beathard, I would have thought the game was immediately over. But, I mean, we came pretty close. If we could have just stopped that clock, had better clock management at the end of actually winning that game, which would have been really, cool for me to see in person at my first ever home game. But, being at the game here in Arizona with TJ Beathard starting, that game was completely different. And we just barely stood a chance at all to even do anything in that game. But, I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched any Seahawks videos this week. I saw Brasinio made a video. Shout out to Brasinio. I didn't actually get a chance to watch it yet. Pete's Carol's Gum, I'm sure she also made a video, which I also did not get a chance to see. I guess I apologize because I didn't really make a Crow video, even though my title was a hate week. But so congrats, Seahawks fans. You guys beat us. But hey, Dante Pettis, that touchdown he had in that game was pretty sick. But George Kittle, now, he set a record for the first 49ers tight end in history to have 1,000 receiving yards in a single season, and that is just pretty sick. I mean, man, he had a monster game that first half. I mean, he got wide open on every play, and he just showed what he had, the kind of talent he has. Definitely the best player on our team, the one making the most plays, being the most... it's definitely reminding everyone of Vernon Davis, and I got love for VD, of course, but George Kittle might end up being the best tight end we have in this franchise history. I mean, we got Brent Jones and Vernon Davis, and now George Kittle. I mean, we don't have a whole big history for tight ends, but, they're definitely going to go down in this history book, in this 49ers history, for sure. So... this week, I think we're going to pull off this win, this upset, I should say, against the Seahawks. And as far as the draft pick goes, hey, I do, of course, want us to have the number 1 pick. But, I mean, I cannot fucking stand the Seattle Seahawks, as I'm sure pretty much everyone watching this video, this Niner fan, also would agree with me. So, I mean, what better way to maybe get our last win of the year than against the Seattle Seahawks team? I mean, I don't see us winning out or going like 6-10, none of that, but I say 4-12, and this victory, which we have a chance of doing, we're at home, I mean, at your place I say we got no chance, but we're at home. Nick Mullens, George Kittle, coming off some decent games, of course. George Kittle would be a little more than decent, and Nick Mullens, had just a decent game. I say we come off with this win. I say we fucking come off with this win, I just see it happening somehow. I don't know, but, yeah. Shout out to, everyone in the 49er Empire. Shout out to the Seahawks fans, of course. And let's try to get this dub. That's all I got. Danny G is out. Peace.